10,000. Yeah. But before we start, actually, one more thing. My biggest blessing in my life is being Muslim, right? And being born Muslim. Now, I want everyone to know that sometimes we take this for granted, especially if you're born Muslim, we can take it for granted. I visited my father's grave and I spoke. I was like, I was thinking, I was like, man, I was like, I wish you were here, right? So I wish you were here. Things are tough. I had tears in my eyes. And then I just remembered one thing, like, well, it's one thing. I was like, if it wasn't for you making that decision to become Muslim, I wouldn't be Muslim. So I said, that's enough. I said, thank you. You gave me Islam. You gave me everything I need. Thank you. That was enough. And I stopped crying. I had no tears. I was at peace. I was happy. So I'm saying all this to say, we have so much knowledge, so much blessing, so much that we need to remember and embrace. But we also need to share that with other people, right? And one thing I talked to Brother Mujahid, who's sitting in the front here, about when it comes to this particular space right here that we're sitting in, is that it's open to the public, right? So when you're coming here, you have a plan to come here, and you might have somebody that you're associated with that's not Muslim. You want them to be in a place where they're welcome. This is a place. They can come tell their story. They can come see what it's like from our perspective, and they can share theirs. And this is a really, really big, important thing for us, is to try to balance. It's very difficult to balance these two things, where you have the Islamic standards and guidelines we cannot sway on, and then we want to also welcome people to this space. It's challenging in its own way, right? But it's a little bit of responsibility upon all of us, I believe. So, jury. First up, who we got? Mumesa. I don't know who that is. I don't know if I can find her. Mumesa. How you feeling?
I'm not that good today, actually, but I'm happy to be here. Yeah, this is not nerve-wracking at all. All right, I'm just going to be sharing a poem I wrote based on the prompt for the month. Just what poetry means to me. So, when I speak, my words fall short. When I write, they became worthy to carry all of the pain I can't express. The trick is to never say out loud what can be hidden in text. I lay bare all of my intentions in ink, the shame and the despair that caused me to withhold my ruh in favor of my nafs. I write when I'm depressed and no one understands. I write because I'm confused, not knowing the plan. The scratches on paper are etched into my hands. The deeds I've done are reflecting in front of me. The pool of letters are swimming around me. I write until my hands cramp. My nafs is hungry for explosion, like it might die if I didn't create. So the pen glides over my heart, rewriting what's within me. My ruh begins to breathe and my soul is alive. It's pushing all the darkness away. And when I put my pen down, I leave it all there on the page. That's it. That's it.
All right, one more time. One more round of applause. I tell this story a lot too. So it takes a lot to perform. It's very difficult, right? And it's like, you have to muster up this courage. It's a different kind of courage, right? It's not like the kind of courage of talking back to a parent. It's different. It's like a different kind of courage that it takes to perform. So I was on stage when the first time I performed. I was using my friend's phone, and it locked on me, like the screen locked. And so I was reading from it, and the screen's black. So exactly like that. That's how it happened. Exactly like that. I paused, I froze, and I didn't know what to say. I started freestyling, and it was horrible. It was bad. It was so bad. But it takes a lot of courage to perform. But when you get over it, it feels good. Like when it's over and it's done, like when you just like, you do it and you got your words out and you're like, and people come up to you afterwards, like, that was good, that was this, that was that. It feels really good, right? And so nobody has to perform today that didn't sign up. But who has ever thought about performing before? Raise your hand. Who's ever thought about sharing their poetry? Nobody raised their hand. I can believe that. One person, two people. Okay. It's very, how can I explain it? It's like being pushed into the deep end and then realizing that you could have swam the whole time very well. So I think everybody's capable. And much respect for the people that come through. Bless our stage. Thank you so much for coming up here. Next, we have H-Town legend. Man, how do you do the proper introduction for this? Man, somebody who's very active in the community. You know, mashallah, the kind of person that, you know, when you see them, you are pleased to hear an update of what they've been doing. And, you know, you can follow along them and always be inspired. Wise IQ, brother, come to the stage. Big round of applause. Mashallah, very humble brother, so I don't know how much I can say without him feeling some kind of way, but my brother. That's it.
I might mess up the stand setup if you don't mind. There we go. Brother Alex, mashallah. Always fixing me up. No, jazakallah khair, man, for the intro, and all praises due to Allah first and foremost, for everything. Bismillah. All right. I haven't touched the stage in years, man. SubhanAllah. Here we go. Okay. Bismillah. Bismillah. All right. All right. There we go. Bismillah. Just a little higher. There you go. They taught me, Muhammad Yunus, you guys know him. They taught me back in the day, you got to keep it like right below the lip. There you go. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. It's a pleasure to be back. It's GenerAction Jam. I haven't been here, honestly, in a few years. My wife and I have been hitting the books at UT Law School. So my creative juices have been kind of empty a little bit. I honestly have not written a poem, I want to say close to 5 years or 4 years, up until just last month. And my wife and I, alhamdulillah, we've been in Austin, actually, so that's why we haven't been in Houston at UT Austin. And we had the opportunity, alhamdulillah, to do a study abroad in Barcelona, Spain. And while we were there, we had a trip to Andalusia, Spain, Al-Andalus. And I wrote a poem inspired by that I wanted to share with you all. It's entitled Al-Andalus, Islam Will Never Die. For 500 years, they tried to wipe out Islam. The cannon attacks on the fortress of Lanjaron, genocide, ethnic cleansing, under the pretext of rebellion. Little did they know Allah preserves his religion. I hear the call to prayer in Granada. From 1492 to 2003, Albaysin could not hear its beautiful música. Columbus praying on the downfall of Muslims, witnessing Alhambra's keys given to Ferdinand and Isabella, pleading for pleading for money from the gold of my ummah to go on the conquest to discover America, land of the free, home of the brave, could not have happened without Muslim chains. But al-mulku lillahi, al-baqa'u lillah. All kingdoms belong to Allah, and Allah is the only one who prevails. Sevilla mosque destroyed, but the remnants remain. وَلَا غَالِبَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. There is no victor but Allah. Inscribed on the walls of the Alhambra, generations of Andalusians inspired by the Penumbras. They may have killed all the Muslims, but Islam never dies. Forced me into Christianity, but I still pray with my eyes. Changed my name, but my heart cannot be enslaved. 100 years of Moriscos, but rulers want no trace. Expel them all and destroy the race. Burn millions of their books, but keep some of their children for economic estate. Teach us your water irrigation ways, and then you become a disgrace. But 800 years of history you cannot erase. For the beauty of Islam does not fade away. Cordoba Mosque, a center shared by Catholics and Muslims, building with the history instead of destroying the message. Roman foundations, Muslim arches, and cathedral materials make up the beauty of Cordoba. Capital of Al-Andalus, inspired by chapter Ashura. Weigh with an even balance and do not defraud people of their property, nor go about spreading corruption in the land. Freedom of religion, centuries before the Bill of Rights was written. Coexistence, respect, and tolerance fostered the golden age of Islam, calling people all over Europe to study and be drawn. When Paris, London, and Rome were in the dark ages, Cordoba was lit up with inventions and knowledge. From mathematics and medicine to architecture and philosophy and art and agriculture, the beauty of Islam flourished in Spain. Al-Andalus will never die. For Al-Andalus is revived. For Al-Andalus is on the rise. From Al-Andalus to Palestine, from Sudan to Rohingya, from Kashmir to Uyghur, from Bosnia to America. You may try to erase my history, but Islam will never die. SubhanAllah, Brother Mujahid sitting right here, we were just talking earlier, and coming back into Islam and Spanish after visiting Al-Andalusia was life-changing, SubhanAllah, and mashallah, Brother Mujahid and the whole team here, Brother Alex and his wife as well, and everyone, just making this center, Islam and Spanish, inspired by everything in Al-Andalus is just so inspiring, and it touched me on a personal level to see Muslims gone for 500 years, and now the generations of people reviving Islam there, and all the way back here to Houston, Texas, and Centro Islamico. It's, mashallah, amazing work, and I appreciate being here. And on the note of reviving Islam in Spain, and for in the Spanish language. There's a brother by the name of Sheikh Idrisi. I have the honor to visit. He came here to visit, I believe, something like some time ago. He's starting reviving, I should say, the first Muslim university that's back into existence after 700 years, subhanAllah. And that project, it's the first of its kind after 700 years of Islam being erased and trying to be expelled. He has a goal of 1.5 million. He has about 400,000 left, inshallah, and it's by this December 31st. Bi'idhnillah, I plan to, if Allah blesses me, to film and edit this poem, inshallah, and put it out with that Launch Good fundraiser so you all can donate. So if you guys just stay in touch, you can follow me at WasikJ on Instagram, Wasik Javid on Facebook, and on X, I think, too, at @_WiseIQ. Inshallah, you'll see the poem with edits of Al-Andalus as well. But in the meantime, you can go to Al-Andalusia University, just space Launch Good. I'm sure you'll find the project you can donate directly, inshallah. So thank you again for having me, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Man, mashallah. So I'll take this, but I want to tell you guys something. There's nothing more infectious and stubborn than the truth. The truth is, in its own way, very consistent, not relative to our idea of time, but relative to like just the whole existence of the universe. The truth is so consistent, and it'll always resurface. And it is very stubborn. It won't go away. And that is what Islam is and will always be. No matter what portion of the world you're in, no matter where you are in the world, it's gonna find its way there. From curious minds, from scholars, from people chosen by Allah, like just to discover it, to find Islam, is gonna find a way to resurface. And people hate that. I don't know if y'all know, but people hate us. I'm sorry, guys. We look at how nice y'all are. Like, y'all are so sweet. Y'all are so sweet. Nicest people I ever met. And I don't even know y'all, right? People hold the door open for me. People offer me coffee. People give me food. People do this, people do that. You know, Brother Mujahid, he's always just Brother Mujahid. Alex is always amazing Alex, right? So many amazing people we've met here at this facility, right? And people hate us, right? I think you've gotten death threats, right? Before? Yeah, he didn't want to talk about it because he's been trying to leave the gangster life in the past, so he doesn't want to talk anything gangster related. He doesn't want to talk about it, but he's it's not really a joke, but it's you want to do well. You want to tell people good things. You want to love your neighbor, right? You want to tell people like you should stop doing drugs. I can't tell you guys how many friends that I've lost to the streets, to drug life, to gang violence, to all this stuff. You want to say, love your neighbor. You want to say, don't, do good business. You want to say, don't eat this, is bad for you. People hate you for that. It's the weirdest thing. So I mean well for you. I want the best for you. And you look at me and you're like, but the news said that I don't like you, bro. You know what I mean? It's like crazy. I'm only having this rant because I was in the comment section on Facebook today and I had to go in on some people. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be talking about this right now. But it just reminds me the truth is very stubborn, always resurfaces, and no matter what, it'll come back around. People who choose a different lifestyle will get weary of it and come back for where there is substance. It's just the default setting. It's where your soul lies. And everybody has a good amount of that in them. And this is my way of trying to convince you to perform, but it's not working. But Jerry, who do we have next? You. Mashallah. What about after that? Sarah. Okay, so after Jury's performance, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, but give a big round of applause to this angel. Oh, on the thing. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Assalamualaikum. This is something I wrote recently. So we'll see how this goes. But this is a poem called Intentions, and it's inspired by the first hadith narrated by Imam Nawawi. Actions are but by intentions, and every person shall have only that which they intended. Bukhari and Muslim. Okay, Bismillah. You sit there in this room with us, listening to the Sheikh speak. Intentions. You hear it, you know it. Actions are judged by intentions, and everyone gets what they intended. You hear these words with the ears you were blessed with, in the clothes you were blessed with, on the masala that you're blessed to sit upon. You walk in with the legs you were blessed with. You drove here in the car you were blessed with. You understood with the mind that you were blessed with. And you remind your peers with the voice that you were blessed with. But tell me, do you apply that knowledge to yourself? Do your actions reflect your deen? Allah has blessed you to memorize, to recite, to comprehend. But have you let that knowledge transform your heart? Because a person can look pious on the surface, but when you chip away at that mask, it crumbles. And beneath it, the truth, the beating heart that Allah sees. Is it pure, golden, innocent, like that of a child? Or is it rotten, blackened, reeking of arrogance, so strong you could smell it for miles? We'll never know. Allahu Alam. Intentions. If you're rewarded for them, even when we never act, shouldn't we live with the best of them? Why show ingratitude to the one who gives you everything and asks for so little? Why let shaitan whisper us into the depths of depravity till we stand side by side with the same disbelievers we once pitied? Intentions. I've given up too much for the sake of Allah to let arrogance take me now. But don't mistake me for perfection. I'm no saint, I'm no scholar, no angel walking this earth unflawed. I stumble too, I fall too, I battle with the whispers, with my own reflection too. But I remind myself again and again that sincerity is the rope I refuse to let go of, because arrogance, it creeps, quiet, like smoke. And I've seen what it does to hearts that once beat for Allah. And you who were raised in the light of the Quran and had a head start in the education of Islam, you who could apply knowledge to your life, but don't, because arrogance has clouded your mind. You see yourself as the perfect Muslim, yet spit arrogance for an audience you'll never have to face. Hiding behind your screen as if those very fingers won't speak against you on the day we all await. Intentions! You may think my words were meant to humiliate you, and maybe at first they were. But as the pen touched the paper and the ink began to flow, my anger became a warning. So if you feel remorse, seek forgiveness, but not from me, from Allah. Let your actions prove your repentance. Show your peers, no, show your Lord that you've seen your error and turned away from it. And with that, I'll end my call with words that humble and cleanse us all. When pride begins to rise and crawl, I whisper softly, Astaghfirullah. When anger flares, when hearts appall, I take a breath. Astaghfirullah. When ego builds its fragile wall, I break it down with astaghfirullah. So if nothing else remains at all, let my last words still be astaghfirullah.
MashaAllah. That was good. That was MashaAllah. Okay, so we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and then we're going to have the final performances afterwards. So just feel free to socialize, free coffee, take a tour of the spot if you haven't seen it, and inshallah we'll be back here in 10 minutes. Thank you. Oh yeah, one more thing. So we have our banner right here. It says join the crew, GenerAction Jam. There's a QR code. If you want to sign up to volunteer, perform, if you're interested in donating to the program, you can reach out to us. You can follow our Instagram as GenerAction, GenerAction Jam, and inshallah, like I said, we'll be back. We're gonna set some stuff up on stage, and we'll have a display for you to check out in a few, inshallah.
So I don't usually start giving these exercises of convert in a public setting and which is very I don't really think that it's specific technology, not about yeah, it's the Who's the engineer?
Who's the engineer?
Oh, yeah, it's not put together. You have the screws?
Well, it looks like it's like
Oh, my
this.
thing's gonna have to be on this. I need to. No, hold on.
Okay, this. So that's.
I mean, I painted, so yeah. I didn't do any art on this thing. I just showed you the first stage, right?
I was just.
I feel a little adrenaline rush.
I think before that, I said something about the prayer, but I didn't know you. Like you just.
I don't know if I can stage
I mean,
right.
just.
I don't do anything. It's like a big
It should be the opposite side, I guess.
Oh, just you need to turn around.
Wait, you sure?
There. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, that makes sense. Because
Wait,
it's
so that means like this is upside down.
No.
No, this is like this things need to be like facing up. Right? Yeah, because that's the like that little pocket here is facing down. Like you got it the right way. I got it the wrong way. I need to flip this. Like it's right, but it's not. It's only.
No, let's figure this out. What is this upside down? Like, what is it?
I think you had it right.
So tell her ask.
It's
Here.
Here, let's see how she does. Yeah.
So you put it on this thing, right?
Hmm?
Yeah.
It's the rebel. Or it could be this.
Excuse me. Thank you so much.
Now, Muhammad.
So I can sit behind my computer.
Do you want to hide? No, you stand on that side.
Just joking, Alex.
Actually,
You don't get my jokes usually.
sometimes. If you want, you can stand there. If you want. But then those
No,
people
it's
won't
okay.
see you.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna sit actually. I like to sit.
You're gonna sit.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here.
Here, down here.
It's okay. I will sit on the chair.
Yes, thank you. That's good. Perfect. Very nice.
Okay, salam alaikum, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. One more time. Assalamu alaikum. What happened to the all right, cool. So that was not a regular 10 minutes. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I think we all know how Muslims are with time. Yeah, so, but we're back on. And as you can see, the stage is a little bit different this time around. So we have some featured artwork from one of the community members here at Islam in Spanish. We did have about 3 other artists that signed up, and then they didn't, I guess they weren't feeling well, or I don't know what the case, they didn't show up. So we're having an art competition, right? And we have a winner. We have a winner. And this person, mashallah, is very talented, sweetest person you'll ever meet. A gem in the community. Please give, if you know her, you know what I'm talking about. A warm welcome to Sister Zainab. She's gonna come up here and talk about her artwork. Short notice, but congratulations. This is our winner. Let's go. Another round of applause. Yes. Stage is yours.
Assalamu alaikum. So, about my paintings for tonight, as I'm the only artist that showed up, so I guess I'm the winner, right, Mohammed? Thank you. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Al-Hujurat 40:10, the believers are but one brotherhood, so make peace between your brothers and be mindful of Allah so you may be shown mercy. Unfortunately, some of our brothers and sisters around the world are in a very bad condition, struggling to live, whether it was before October 7, during, after, and it's continued until today. The painting that y'all see next to me came across on IG account of a Palestinian journalist in Gaza. The photograph depicted a Palestinian brother sister of ours who was just a child's hand reaching out from beneath the rubble of a destroyed apartment or house, which there was a tea bag next to it, suggesting that the child may have been making or drinking tea before the devastation occurred. This powerful image captured the innocence and the resilience amidst the destruction and chaos that is still going on. And this is just one of the thousands in Palestine, in Sudan, and Syria, Lebanon, and all other places that our brothers and sisters are struggling. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring an end to the suffering and injustice that our brothers and sisters are enduring. May He grant us the strength to support them in their time of need and guide us in being a source of help and relief to all those struggling around the world. Ameen. The Dome of the Rock that you see next to the painting, that also everyone knows here what is that. Usually go by Masjid al-Aqsa, but that's the one next to it. And the red sky just represents the blood that's going on there and the genocide that's going on in Gaza.
Okay. All right, so, and they're for sale, right?
They are.
And then 10 million each, right?
Yeah, 10 million and 10 million.
Oh, mashallah. Well, no, honestly, if anybody wants to inquire, we'll have them displayed on the side, in the back, or in the back there, as we go on. But as you can see, mashallah, very talented. Thank you so much, Zainab, for joining us. Anybody have any questions for the artist? Anybody? Questions for the artist? There we go.
That's a good question. Brother has a very good question. That took me a very long time, actually. I had another one that I sold out already, and that one was the full mashup, and it was like very detailed, and it took me hours. What I do, one thing on my paintings is that I don't do it on one set, so it's just like I do it when I feel like it for like an hour or 2 or 3, and then I come back to it like next year. So, and do the other part. So just don't have a specific number for hours, but it does take a very long time.
Mashallah. Any other questions? Oh, in the back, really.
Yeah, so these are the rocks, and that's a child hand in Gaza that I saw in one of the Palestinian journalists on Instagram. That he took a picture of this, and it was just a child's hand with the tea bag next to it under the rubbles. Did that answer your question?
It's heavy. That's deep, mashallah. We were putting it up and trying to figure it out, but this. Oh, one more question. Okay. Oil or acrylic?
It is acrylic. I have to admit that I don't know how to use oil paint. Long time ago, I started with oil paint. Like when I first started painting, actually, I didn't know the differences, and I got oil paint, and it just didn't work. Like it was a lot of paint in one place, and I couldn't move it around. But a few years later, I realized that the oil painters, they, I think, use a kind of oil or something that I'm not aware of. So I was doing it wrong, but I would really love to try the oil paint as well, because I saw the oil paintings and they are really nice. Everything's good together, but the acrylic painting is also nice. Like I'm doing the acrylic painting, of course, but then the oil is like more nice and neat. Like it goes together very well.
Okay. And any more questions? No? Okay, another round of applause for Sister Zainab on her amazing work. So, we're gonna, you guys got it? Okay. Inshallah. Got that. Okay, so as we get towards the later end of the night, I'll tell y'all something. I like controversy. Right? We used to have these debates about just all these topics, and we were teenagers at the time, under the supervision of Brother Mujahid Flesh. Debates at GenerAction. And the idea, the structure of it would be, you have two sides. And regardless of what your actual stance is on that side, when you're on the opposition side, you have to think of how to win that debate from that side, right? Very thought-provoking, and it's a very good way to allow people to kind of reflect on why they have the stance they have, and what could be the other person's idea of, their way of thinking and their logic. And I think that's something that's always been a struggle for humanity, for society, is when people have differences, it's very hard to come together, put those differences aside, and just have a discussion without somebody leaving with their feelings hurt, or somebody reporting a Facebook comment. So I encourage everyone to keep a reasonable, open mind to, perspectives and things, just to have a conversation, right? But undeniably to move and, like put yourself forward with truth as much as possible. May Allah guide us all and keep us in that light. I mean, what else? Somebody told me to perform. What's up? He said, let's go. That's not where I was going with this, Alex. What's up, man? All right, so, Wasif. What's up, brother? Mujahid asked me to perform as well. So I guess I'll perform. What was that? All right. Okay, so I haven't written in a long time. I'm just busy, but I still love poetry. So I got something for you. Absence of truth, where proof eludes you. But the news, they use it to move you. Now we're all easily persuaded and our vision is diluted. What I want to tell you today is you gotta choose how you move it. Now we maneuver with one foot in front of the other and we think that's movement. But really it's the thought-provoking stances that we use that put us through it. Now society tells us who we are, but it's your responsibility to negate that. Now, if somebody comes to you with proof that's artificially constructed, how do you debate that? In this day and age, it's hard to tell where the truth really lies. They take the truth and they alter it and they put it in a disguise. And I could tell you, a wise man once said, it's silence that makes you wise. So when somebody's trying to alter the truth, you really should just listen and close your eyes. Because your senses, mashallah, it's a blessing in disguise. Now, if somebody tells you that I see what you see and I hear what you hear, one thing you can do is understand that they don't see what you see because they don't fear what you fear. Now, one person told me, why is it that innocent kids are dying in the tenfolds? And I understood that it wasn't the tenfolds where the truth fell, but it was when one kid died and nobody decided to yell. There's something hard about the truth. It's very uncomfortable. Now, when it has to confront you, there's something that you must do. Strength is not about the muscle. It's not about the memory. It's not about what's within you. It's not about your enemies. It's not about how you lift it. It's not about how you bury it. The truth is about when they test you and you remember to carry it. Don't discard it. Sometimes we move far apart, but the truth is, if the truth lies within your heart, you'll never be empty-hearted, where the people who are heartless try to deny the truth, to push their agenda upon you. And there's something about the ummah that we must do, that whenever there's a time and a place where there's a debate, unwavering, you have to stand up for the truth. Thank you. I'm sorry, that was a freestyle. I didn't write none of that. I just made that up right there. I'm sorry, yeah, I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing else in me. But it's something about just poetry that you can't, it's not like comedy, right? You come up here, if I told you I was a comedian, I have a responsibility. I gotta make you laugh, right? Comedy is very difficult. I'm not a comedian, and I'm not here to make you laugh. I'll try my best. But poetry is like you can't do it wrong. Like you can't. Like you express yourself, say what's on your mind. I'm not saying you can't say the wrong thing. You can. You can get canceled over here. I can cancel you for real. But you can't. With good intention, you can't do it wrong. Alex, when's the last time you performed? Yeah, I don't know. Who else? Faris, my boy Faris from Sudan. One day he's gonna perform, inshallah. Man, anybody here? I want to know, where's everybody from, actually? Like, who do we have from South America? Can you guess? Nah, that might be racist. I don't know. You can try, because Muslims will surprise you. Like, the Muslim will surprise you. You want to try to guess? You can make a game out of it. You can come up on stage. Does anybody feel like nobody can guess where they're from? Yeah? Are you easily offended? No? All right, now you still got some more people. All right, hold on. Let me do one for. All right, come. So, where do you think Faris is from in the back with the leather jacket? What country? Stand up, Faris. Yeah. Come to the spotlight, Faris. Come here.
I think Faris might be. I'm just gonna guess wrong.
Come to the spotlight, Faris. Where are you from? All right.
This is gonna be really hard. Morocco.
You just said it. Where did I say it? I didn't say Morocco.
Wait, did not say Morocco, but you said where I'm from.
What did I say? I don't remember.
You say my boy from.
Oh no, I did say, but you
You said it?
like 5 minutes ago.
Well, like a minute ago.
That's why you gotta focus here.
This is not Morocco.
Nigeria.
Nigeria?
Nigerians are really tall. Are you?
No.
Oh,
One more guess.
one more guess.
I'll make it easy for you.
Please.
Close to Egypt.
Close to Egypt.
Libya. South Sudan.
Sudanese.
Yes, thank you.
Oh. I got it right.
All right, he can cuss. Okay, wait, what do you got here? All right. So wait, hold on. Did you volunteer to be guest? Can we guess your nationality? Where you from? Okay. Here you go, Faris. Take the mic. Thank you. Yes, come right here. What's happening? All right, it's gonna be hard. So, what language do you speak? Okay. 1 second. So, how can I make it easier? Ooh, I don't know. Yes. What is it? What is your favorite dish?
I don't think I have a favorite dish.
She's Pakistani. Thank you.
Wait, can I ask, how did you guess?
You just look Pakistani. Come on.
Oh, I don't want to.
You want to guess somebody? You want to do it or not?
I'm okay.
You okay? Okay. So, all right. So, hold on. So, who else wants to guess their nationality?
Please.
Here in the hoodie, in the gray hoodie with the glasses. What's?
Libya.
No, come up
I'm
here.
so
Come up
sure
here. Yeah,
about
come
this.
here. Let him come up first. So, and then nobody in the audience gives it away. Hopefully, he's Yemeni. I don't know. Is it? Not Yemeni. Okay.
Are you Libyan? Algerian.
Wrong side of the world.
Can you give me a hand?
Not a continent.
It's an island.
It's an island.
Never mind.
What's a good question? Dang, I don't know. Like a good question is not a giveaway. Like food, I feel like it's like a giveaway, right? Sometimes food is gonna be a giveaway, right? Okay, so any famous people from where you're from?
This is hard. Like, I don't want to guess him. I want to guess somebody I know.
It's a Spanish thing.
Spanish side?
Okay.
Yeah, somebody want to guess?
One of those two.
Well,
No, it's the one.
Dominican?
You're Dominican?
Mashallah.
No.
That's crazy. What's your name, brother?
No.
Say it again.
I will never guess that.
Jawan. Nice to meet you, man. All right, brother, Jawan. Okay. No. Go ahead. Do you,
Oh,
one
somebody
more.
else.
One more. I don't have like one more person.
Let me see who's a good option here.
Is there like one?
The brother in the top, the sheikh. Oh, you want me to guess you?
Okay, come on.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Is he your brother or your a husband? No. You guys are not from the same place. Yeah.
Okay. How likely is she to guess this? Like, you think is it very difficult or like?
Just judging from the way
Turkey?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm
Egypt.
ready today. I don't know.
Lebanon.
Yes.
Lebanon?
Yes.
Okay. And then, where are you from?
Guess.
Oh, whoever doesn't know. Like,
Yeah, whoever doesn't
really
know.
doesn't know.
Any guesses? I never get the right place I'm from, by the way. I always get the wrong ones. That's what I always get, but I'm not.
Okay. Got one wrong.
That's the second guess I always get, but I'm not. I never got that, but I'm not. It's close though. No. I am.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I am.
Okay. Fun times. All right, I think that's. That's a good game, I guess. GG's. Honestly, I forgot how we even got to that, but I liked it. It was funny. It was cool. Well, what's up, DJ Asher? What's up, boy? Walaikum salam. Welcome to the party, man. All right, so do we have? Where's the jury at? Jury, how you doing? Can you come up to the stage? Okay, never mind. Yeah. So, Asher. Yeah.
You're scaring me.
What? Yeah, come up to the stage. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is my team. This is Nuseva. Where's she at? I didn't even see it. I didn't see it. I'm so sorry. That's the second time I did that too. You know that, right? You know, at the halal festival, and it's not intentional. I promise. I'm so sorry. You're always quiet in the cut. Like
We forgot about Alex too.
Alex is a man in the camera. Alex.
We never see the cameraman.
Yeah, but can you get on stage for this one? Can you get up here? All right, so. No words, honestly. But if I could think of something, this is what. How do you explain this? How do you even put this into words? GenerAction is a beautiful experience, right? Now, this right here is muscle, brains, muscle. This right here is brains, comedy. Like I'll always be there, like just jack of all trades, free flowing comedian, poet, passionate.
Beautiful.
Astaghfirullah.
Visual-
I'm kidding.
Okay, and then visual, quiet. Yeah, you don't say nothing. Like, but I'm trying to make it easy for myself because I keep forgetting. Like at the Halal Festival, what did I do with the same thing? I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm working on it. But you guys, GenerAction is this is our last event for the year, and we usually do our events third Friday. Why am I sitting down? Sorry, guys. Third Friday of every month, and we decided to do this one a little bit early and focus on some other things and get ready for next year. But above all else, this doesn't happen without the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without the support of you guys, without the support and the opportunity from Islam in Spanish, Brother Mujahid, Brother Alex, Sister Sakina, and company. It doesn't happen without the community. And we can tell you that, tenfold. I've worked with a lot of nonprofit organizations. I've worked with a lot of massages, people who are trying to do big things. But it doesn't happen without the blessing of Allah and the blessings and their support from the community, right? And it doesn't happen without amazing people involved who take their time out every week, every month to bring this to you guys. And if I could ask one thing from everybody, it's not even money. It's not even, it's just understand, like, just the vision that we're trying to push forward and, support, tell people about it, come out. We thank you for being here. We really appreciate you guys being here. We appreciate you taking the time on a Friday night, when you could be watching Stranger Things. So, what is it?
Nothing.
No, what is the other show? It?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know.
It?
It's a show now.
It's the It movie is a show now?
Yeah, it welcomes today.
Yeah, crazy stuff. No, you say anyways. Oh, all right, Brother Mujahid, come on stage. Hey, because he told me, he was like, I'm just chilling today. That's why I didn't call him up. I didn't forget you, brother. I had said your name like 10 times tonight, brother. Please come on stage, please. Everybody. All right, so what do we?
This is amazing.
This is
All these lights.
all these lights, man. Welcome to the stage again, Brother Mujahid Fletcher, the big one in the community, man. Like, I've had so many people, mention his name when he's not even around. Just like, man, I've seen this guy. Actually, my friend saw him on TV when he was a kid in Sudan, right? Wasn't that how that went? Something like Fathers? Yeah, when he was a kid in Sudan, he saw him on TV, and then he came here, then I showed him Mujahid, and he was like, yeah, I saw this guy on TV when I was a kid, or something like that, right? I tell people all the time, the demographic of history books that your kids are going to be learning from will be different because of the work that's been done through Islamic Spanish, by, alhamdulillah, from Allah's will. But it's changing a lot of things. It's not normal. It's not something you see every day. It's not. And you will know that by the resistance. The resistance will tell you this. You have people that don't want to see good things happening because they don't know how to perceive it, right? And they've been taught wrong, they learn wrong. But regardless, everything we do here is in alignment and with the visions of pushing society forward through arts, from giving people platforms, spaces, support, and we just ask for the vocal support and inshallah, other support in return. But thank you all for coming. Is there anybody else that wants to add some 2 cents? Everybody's got some value. Anybody?
You know what? See, this is my $3, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
they asked me to come up here.
Okay.
Why'd y'all ask me to come up here or ask him? Why?
Was that the whole thing?
Can you hear that?
You said what?
And now we want to hear it.
And now I want to hear it too. I didn't even know. Man, this is your stage now.
All right.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. It's asked me, don't you have something on your phone? And I was like, nah, I haven't written in so many years. And I just put the word poem and searched on my phone and found a little something, but it's very short. I don't even know when I wrote this. I can't even look for the date. Y'all really want to hear this?
Yes, of course.
You know, I have stage fright. Y'all know this? Huh? Hardly tell. All right, so it's just a little story from back in the day, I think. That's funny. Yo, I wrote this in December 31st, 2017. 2017. That's 8 years ago, man. I don't know. I was just possibly just sitting and reminiscing. So it's a little story from back that started pretty intense. From the message I enhanced. Since Ben's were dense from my neighbor's backyard fence, growing up in A-Leaf to people that said I was full of nonsense. Calling me crazy because to them I looked lazy. Relaxed and not analyzing what I was saying was so confusing. Full of switch-ups that went on in my brain, waiting for electrical energy to detain. In a range of high frequencies where I built a prodigy skill. Dealing with these streets in A-Leaf, I thought I was real. Saw a lot of my friends get killed. And I was ready to kill. I used to spit stuff on stages like this in clubs, like a Democrat on crack, falling back, mathematically sized to measure, broken Egyptian timetables from the kid born in the stable to those that chase you with fable, stereotype labels, stressing, not knowing if they're coming or going, never flowing, just enjoying what I was delivering. But then one day, everything hit me. And I started trying to find out the origin of man. And I used to think there was no complete truth until I saw something more perfect than Leonardo da Vinci diagrams. It was a book sent here for you to perform your own iris scan, to draw your own conclusion. When you see what we see, we're definitely starting an intellectual godly revolution, waking the blind from the worldly view illusion, moving so strong, dictating prosecution, they're gonna have to hold picket fence signs up to stop further execution. That's it. You know, I was telling Muhammad just a few months ago that he should come back over here to GenerAction Jam. This started when we first had a production studio about 2010. And I was telling my brother Wasik that the community, the Muslim community, didn't understand us using the arts. They thought it was just a hobby and a waste of time. And parents used to come and they wanted to pull their kids out of GenerAction Jam from the Muslim community because they didn't know if what was being said or the debates that he talked about. We used to split people to debate topics that were tough, about drugs, about, you know, whether some people had to be pro or against, and it was hard topics like the issue of boyfriends, drugs. And so then the parents start coming and wanted to sit in the back to see what their kids were saying. And Sakina and I, you know, we were just like, you know what? We're gonna start banning, like we're gonna ban parents from coming. Like, and we stood at the door and parents used to come and be like, you can't come in actually. Why my kids in there? Is like, see, that's the issue. If you go in there, they're not gonna be themselves. So you can take your kid, but you can't go in. So they were resisting to us using the arts to break communication barriers. I actually designed that logo when we were just barely beginning. And it was like, you know what, let's call this a generation of action, where you can just be yourself, right? An open mic, the arts, it's freedom of expression that sometimes gets dampened out here in the different institutions. There's so many places where you're told how to operate, the instructions you got to follow, whether you go to Walmart or there's an ethics to every single area that you pretty much walk through in any society. But as soon as you can set up a stage for the arts, you allow people to be themselves. You allow people to express freely, not thinking about how others may do it, but how you do it. And if you find your voice, it's empowering because there's nobody built like you. On these streets right here, right behind, right across this freeway, I lived and grew up as a teenager, literally like driving distance, like below 2 minutes from here. Dairy Ashford. You pass Hastings and Elsick, Bel Air. Right there. I grew up there. And my family knows, right? My daughters, my wife, my parents, they now know. When we were growing up in A-Leaf, it was really just about survival. It was all about how you're going to get through the day. And we didn't really look at if we're going to reach the age of 21 or 25. We didn't think we would, honestly. And there's a lot of people that I know that were my boys, my friends, lost their lives. Many of y'all don't know. One of my best friends at the age of 15 shot himself in the living room of Sakina's house. Alex was, how old were you, Alex? Like 4 or 5. He came home, and that's what happened. That was my boy, 15 years old. The lifestyle we lived, we mixed it with the art because hip hop was in the golden age, the 90s. And people were saying things through hip hop that was opening up our understanding. There were things that our parents coming from Colombia, South America didn't understand. They didn't know about the society. They did their best to come to America, and they didn't know that coming over here to A-Leaf, they're thinking they're giving their only son, I don't have any brothers and sisters, better opportunity. But when I saw what was here, it was gangs, drugs, drive-bys, and you realize real quick, you gotta man up. At the age of 12, I was telling my parents things that I had to do to survive. They didn't understand it. And eventually, overcoming those odds, after an attempt on my life, pretty much down West Park, when you make a right on Kirkwood, those apartments right there. Sometimes I go over there and I look at the place where somebody tried to kill me. And I remember, like, who was I at that moment in time? How I defended myself, right? Because it was either let them take me out or I shoot first. And I shot. I understand what it's like to be decisive and try to secure that you can live another day. When becoming Muslim, I started looking at the Muslim community and they're like, the bickering, this art thing is a waste of time. But I was like, you can come from whatever country, but as soon as you come here and you got these kids, right? And Muhammad was a young man and all we saw was potential. All we saw was, that's diamonds in the rough. You give them a stage, let them be. And from that, GenerAction Jam started after we became Muslim, after September 11th. And we're reaching a time right now where that sort of pressure is happening again, right? The older generation deals with it differently. But you guys, y'all have a voice. Y'all have a way to amplify it. Y'all have a creative angle that may be able to resonate with somebody. And that's why we made the stage. So it's really appreciated. It's been so many years that GenerAction Jam has been going on since like 2010, 2012, something like that. There were non-Muslim high school students that came like Iris. She wasn't Muslim. She got to meet us as Muslims. And eventually she embraced Islam. She became inspired by our use of media, right? I graduated from the Art Institute of Houston, and so did Sakina. And for this young lady to come and for the first time even figure out that she could write. First time she wrote and spit a poem, it was like, oh, man, that's pretty deep. And whatever she was going through, I think she's half Mexican, half Iranian. And it was like, bam, she can write. Okay, she became Muslim. Okay. You know, eventually she went and studied media. And she became a news anchor woman in Austin. And now she's doing documentary films. And at that moment in time, you remember, Muhammad, the context of a lot of the people who were going to GenerAction Jam, it was questionable at best sometimes. It was like, you know what I mean? And she was in the midst, and she rose up. And we have so many stories like that. Some people didn't make it, some didn't, right? They're in prison right now, really. They made mistakes when they were a youth. But at least there was a space that was offered. And hopefully coming in this year, 2026, we become intentional, you know, about making the space, you know what I'm saying, vibe. And from an organization standpoint, you know, what we like to do is really support, like getting the word out. There's very few people that may know this in society. And, you know, whatever we can do, we ran a lot of ads. I produced a lot of short films to run, you know, ads to be able to raise the funds to build this place. And we have a whole team we work with out of here, Colombia, Canada, and a lot of people behind the scenes you guys don't see, but they all knew that there is such a program. And regardless of all the other programs, there's always a little tribe that forms in each one of the programs. And you guys are a tribe. And if you guys can hold it tight together, you know, in the Arabic language, a gang is asabiya. It's really, if you translate it in English, it's like social cohesion. I was a leader of a gang here in Alif, but it was just because we were trying to keep it together to survive. It wasn't of ill intent, but it was true that if they messed with any one of us, they messed it with the entire pack. And when we look at this deen, subhanAllah, the Prophet ﷺ said, stick together, you know, like a herd. If you look at a herd of sheep, the lonely sheep that goes by itself, that's the one that the wolf attacks. So there's a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said, you know, stick together. Because the lonely sheep, right, is attacked by the wolf, where shaitan attacks the lonely Muslim. In this day and age, people who just are by themselves, they may be going through some things because we're made and created to be, you know, a species that bind together and create a community. So I hope, inshallah, that this little tribe here, you know, puts forth whatever intention and we make something unique happen. And I'll commit next year, man, to really write, I think. You know what I mean? Come up here and be real. Be real about some of the stuff before, now, and, you know, if you write, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else write, then we get that back up and going. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Assalamu alaikum. May Allah bless Muhammad, man. Yo, he got back over here for real. He got back. And I think this is part of all of us trying. And I think, you know what I mean, we just put some heart in. This brother, mashallah, I mean, Alex and all of you guys really putting forth that effort. It inspires us a lot. And I told my daughters I was coming up here for them. They were so little when GenerAction Jam started. And here they are, and one of the words they said is inspiring to come here tonight. So thank you guys so much. Assalamu alaikum. God bless you.
So, mashallah. I knew Brother Mujahid would be on one. He came with Air Forces and a quarter zip. He was going to be on one today. He just blessed us with some truth. And there's so much to be spoken. We talked about it at the potluck. you know, Islam and Spanish have a lot of potlucks here. I think like, how many times a month is there potlucks? Once? It feels like it's more, but my stomach's tucking. But and he was going through everything that's taken place, everything that, you know, has been accomplished. And one of the hardest things to do is keep track of all the progress, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get to a certain goal and you forget about the things that were once your goal at one point in time and what it took to get there and the people and the experiences that happened, you know, in that pace. So, you know, we're trying to, you know, capture all these moments and, you know, let everybody